Whoa, hold up, what they talking about? I hear you. Matter of fact, fuck all that they talking about. Fuck all that yakety yak, wanna run they mouth. Machete clappity clap, oh goon run them out. Crossbow, show say arrow, hunt them down. Babaloo, why you clean off, it ain't nothing now. 30,000 in the air, my phone still on. Writing rhymes, earphones, with the kill on. Get the skill on, little homie, the real on. EI's getting the chill on, watching me get my meal on. Take a stand in the wreck, get my build on you. You disrespect the whole set and get your steal on. My Duke where if you can't, get your bill on. Debit card swipe up, performance is getting tighter. I'm older and plus I'm nicer the most. Shoot it, I sip on. Most of y'all skip the protocol. Trip on forces and slip, bust your head. Train of thought wreck, you there, didn't do what your goon said. Now it's cold red, skeptics is begging me get my heel on. Back like I never left, proper like a sweater vest. I'm the ancestors' favorite rapper, Megadeth. That's true. No guitars though, just a hard flow. That's true. Nicest priest on these beats as far as bars go. A Joshua Eli's on my chest as far as scars go. Stars go, the far go, stand and rock for photo ops. Bypass their own hood like they don't know the block. Faking culture shots like they forgot them struggles. All the photo when that muzzle blast cats be like. Suffer succotash beats, concrete, street with sophistication. Repack nation, we deep, baby. Plus RBG certified. Fly like the butter with the golden box cutter. Hello, yeah. She's so flirtatious. Smile like the Nile, her booty so outrageous. Classic yet refreshing, just to know you is a blessing. Peach schnapps in the flukes, here's a toast to patience. Oh well, a closed mouth don't get fed. She came to bed and woke up with your moja on her head. I just wanna see the fam blossom. Inhibitions, I lost them, I'm feeling awesome. My shit. Oh man, Sundiata, I told you they weren't fucking with me, car.
You need to ask yourself that. Why do you eat food? You need to ask yourself, what is food? Because we got consumables, as acidic, dry, whatever you want to call it, and then we got alkaline, wet, real food. We got fake food and we got real food. Now, you growing up in this world, I don't know how old you is. If you my age, you 20, you 28, 29, we is the last ones to know what real is. These jits don't know what real is because they being raised on the fake. So they put the germ in the seed. Roundup ready. They put the germ in the seed. They got fake seeds. So I'm telling you, this is war.
Yeah.
This is fucking war. You got to learn the real, and you got to decipher from the fake because it's getting hard to tell. And that's my message.
Greetings, welcome to another episode of Revolt Discussion Radio. It is an honor and a pleasure to be on this platform with my man who's having us on this platform due to Knowledge Radio. But also, it is a great honor to be here with my brother and my business partner, Chi-Town Akil. Greetings, brother. How you doing, Chi-Town?
How you doing, brother, man?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I want to tell the people out there, Imhotep, all praise due to our divinity and our lineage. And, man, peace and blessings, all of that good stuff.
Peace.
But yeah, we back again, another episode. This time we're going to tackle some current events. But before we do that, we want to definitely make sure you check out KNS Apparel. That's my brother line right there.
Right.
New merch is coming. When I say new merch is coming, new merch is coming. We got the Khalid Muhammad's coming. Make sure you guys follow Chi-Town's Instagram for that, and you can also follow Elite Wardrobe Shop. That's on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you follow Chi-Town's page on Facebook, Chi-Town More. And I think, what's your Instagram, Chi-Town, for IG?
PAPPY404.
Then again, also give your Instagram for KNS.
Yeah, follow KNS Apparel on Instagram. That's KNS. Yeah, KNS Apparel. And also you can follow Shelly Set No, Sun Goddess Sense like page on Facebook, Sun Goddess _sense on IG. And also get the website, ShellyAmasetProducts.com.
So you won't have no excuse to get this new merch. Let me say that again. You won't have no excuse to get this new merch. It's going to be on all our platforms, and we're going to have limited supply. Yeah, so make sure you get with us. You know, new merch coming for KNS Apparel, the Dr. Khalid Muhammad's. You know what I'm saying? Exclusive, very exclusive. Yeah, also, make sure you check out my merch, Aesthetics Apparel, ESTHETIKS Apparel, on Instagram as well as Facebook. I do have new hoodies that's going to be dropping this week. The Khalid Muhammad's is going to be dropping this week, so we should definitely see the Khalid Muhammad's, the merch and everything on all our social medias. Probably Friday. We trying to get it up Friday, if not Friday, Saturday for sure.
Right.
Yeah, make sure you check us out and keep us, you know, keep us in your favorites, because we're gonna have new merch coming, and we're doing it for the people. You know, we're doing it for the culture, and everything we do is going to be knowledge based. Every time we present something, apparel, anything like that, it's knowledge based. And make sure you check us out at Vocal Dialect, VOKAL, Dialect, DIALECT. Check us out at Vocal Dialect for our upcoming show. We got a real dope show coming. One of the elders in the community, Baba Baruti. Make sure you check us out. And we're working on a project too. We're going to be doing a project for the sisters in the community. We got a few things we're doing. The calendar next year is going to be packed. It's going to be full. And me and my partner, you know, Chi-Town Akil, we're going to really be moving about and handling business.
Right.
In a very, 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 very strategic manner. So make sure you guys follow us and check us out. You know, we got a lot going on, and the calendar is going to be
going on.
You know, at the RBG.
We got the Pan-African flag day coming up, man. In March, we will have another event that we gonna do a street now. Be out in the streets with it, represent our flags, our colors that are RBG. Like you said, on March 19th, we got the Vocal Dialect that presents the Women Empowerment Conference. Man, May the 6th. Is it May the 6th? We got the Baba Baruti coming through with Brother Abasi and Brother Wale. Man, it's good, man. We working. We out here putting in that work.
Yeah, we out here working.
And also, Confident Woman, we doing a feed at Woodrow Park, December the 23rd. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We'll be there at 11. I had a fly out for everybody to see. You know.
Okay.
Hit me up if you have anything to donate. You know, we'll be at, you know, clothes, anything. You know, I got stacks of shoes in the room. You know, I mean, fresh shoes. You know, we're going to be feeding them, hot meals, stuff like that, man. We going all out. So hit me up, my Confident Woman, Vocal Dialect, you know, knowledge, you know what I mean? The brother Chi-Town, you know what I mean? We out here for the community. We don't talk about it. We build about it. And also, check out Rebels Roundtable on Rebel Vision Television this Thursday at 9 p.m. Yeah. Hey, man.
All right. Without further ado, we do have our guest on our show, Revolt Discussion Radio. A very, very, very dope brother, General Sankofa. It's in the building, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
DC.
So from DC. DC is in the building. DC is in the building. That's how we do it. You know, we try to connect everywhere. We got the brother here, man. We really we still gonna keep the same topic. We're gonna be speaking on current events. Without ado, man, peace and power to you, man. Imhotep, all praise to our divinity, our lineage. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we can jump right into the current events.
All right. Peace, brothers. Peace to the gods.
Peace,
General Shaka Sankofa, General of the Street Law Soldiers, which was created by myself in 2003. It was designed initially as a youth program, but by me working in the youth division in Washington, D.C., various group homes, treatment centers for adults, halfway houses, and things of that nature. After serving I had a 30-year sentence in prison. That same year, I came home. I got a job working in a group home, and I just never stopped. And I saw that there was nothing done for the youth.
Right.
And so, myself and Brother Harris Abdul, who's an ancestor now, he was our chief of staff, and we created the Street Law Soldiers, and we began to go to various treatment centers. We feed the homeless people daily, and lecturing and battling different people, going to city council meetings, battling all types of devils, crackers, jigaboos, house slaves, with no compromising. But I came up in the ranks of carrying Dr. Khalid Muhammad's books, and Steve Coakley and Darren Muhammad and Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, and, just being like a little servant. I never said nothing around none of them. I was just quiet, and I just watched them. We used to meet like once a week at this place called House of Kemet, and was a part of Dr. Khalid that a lot of people didn't know aside of him, that, he was just all around warrior, period. He ate, slept, and shit revolution, along with brother Steve Coakley, who I think is the greatest researcher of our time. And, and Dr. Wilson and others who, Dr. Neely Fuller, Tony Browder, who I was with the other day. I mean, just that type of upbringing and being around that type of energy, by just being quiet and just being an avid student of the greats, inspired me to continue to do what I'm doing. And it also has helped thousands of people in the Washington, D.C. area. So by me being a licensed substance abuse counselor, licensed life skill instructor, as well as a few other things, I don't like to, do no boule shit about bragging about paperwork and certificates and shit like that, man, because, the true warriors are those who I connect with, because I don't, well, I'm quite sure Brother Kenwado, he's been following my show for a while. He knows that I just don't, I'm not a get with. If I don't feel your energy, you're not being fucked with by me. I've been with various organizations, different movements, so-called movements, and I saw a lot of bullshit, fuckery, trickery, hoeing, drug use. And, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, and ask the ancestors and the creator, to guide you around the right group of people. So it's an honor to be able to stand toe to toe, nose to nose, and face to face with some of the most vicious, greatest goddamn devils that ever walked the planet. I'm honored to be there, and I'm honored to also be connected with strong warriors and G's like you all. You brothers represent a lot, and their ancestors and the creator have chosen you at this appointed time to be here. You could have came 100 years ago, but you were brought here at this time because of you have what it takes in terms of integrity, in terms of your strength, in terms of your energy and spirits to fight and continue on and carry the legacy of those who fought, bled, and died, and were brutalized and raped and tortured and lobotomized. Their blood cries from the grave for us. And so, using that as a personal tool of motivation, along with those comrades that we knew in the street and our relatives that, have gone for various reasons. I'm honored to be able to be among you all, because I'm never bigger than the man next to me. Right. I never know more than the man next to me. And, hopefully Friday or Saturday we'll be able to link up, because I will be in Atlanta Friday. and I'll be here till Monday. So, once again, man, it's a divine honor to be among gods, to be among real men, because Washington, D.C., I call it Chi-Town, the District of Caligula. And it's so much Skittles mentality here, and the bite has been taken out of a lot of our men, not just in D.C., but on the national level, that, we no longer have that type of smoke for our oppressors as we do one another.
Right.
And so I'm going to have Irritated Genie come on too. I talk to him on a regular, real good brother, man. And I'm going to bring you his book too as well. His newest book. I'll bring each one of you a book. Okay.
It's funny you mentioned the Skittle thing, man, because it's so prevalent. It's everywhere. To me, first it started with the women, and now they're initiating this thing right here, which is really taking effect upon the culture and the community. And it's just crazy how we don't see it and we not catching it, but we feeling the effects of it. And it's really gonna be really bad for those who have real masculinity and for those who want to stand for truth and stand for power. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I do agree with you on that, man. There's so much going on, especially here in Atlanta with the Skittles and all of that, man. These guys is, it's just crazy, man. But that's what we try to do. We try to make sure when we out in the community, they do see a difference. And they do see a difference. When we out, we get compliments on that all the time. We stand strong and firm, especially as being men, especially not being just any man, but a melanated man in the community who's standing for truth and who's standing for honor. And we don't let nothing affect our character and our integrity. That's our main thing. But yeah, it's bad. But I think in that sense, what we have to do is just keep showing them what real masculinity is.
Yes, that's true. Now, let me ask you both a question. What do you think has contributed to this type of behavior? I mean, because it's something underlying, as well as the all of these. I was just talking about it on my show about these killing of our children and of our women by us primarily. What do you think the underlying issue is? The script behind the script.
I believe it's a collective of things that they have been initiating for a very long time to break down a real melanated man and his masculinity. It takes time, and they have figured out how to do that. Definitely with the oppression of the black man. I'm gonna definitely say that, because women out here say they struggling, they have problems and this and that, but they can go and get a whole lot more benefits than a black man can. That's number one. Then number two, the media. Media plays a very big part, a very big role in it. How it portrays us as, leaders and things of that nature in the community. That's number two. Then not just that, I've been really doing studies on melanin. I've been really getting into the study of us. Chemistry is the study of melanin. Chem is short for chemin, and stri is the study of. And they have been studying us for so long. They know how to break us down chemically. They know how to break us down vibrationally. They know how to break us down with the energy as such. And they have been putting out these frequencies, man, everywhere. Everywhere you go, if you don't have a particular mindset, a particular vibration, then you can definitely be affected by this frequency. Just as you said, if you're not feeling someone, you're not messing with them. And that's what we have to do. And we out here in the community, out here in these streets or whatever, we not feeling someone, that don't mess with them. But yet and still, we still go ahead and form partnership with these peoples, sometimes relationship with these peoples, and it's breaking down our frequency and things of that nature. to me, I don't think it's just one thing. I think it's a collective of things over time that has really broken us down, and is really belittling, because when we're stripped of resources and when we're stripped of the knowledge that we're supposed to have, it really messes us up. So we definitely have to always keep building ourselves up. You know what I'm saying? One thing I learned from Islam is that you always be a student of yourself. And I believe that, because we definitely got to keep being a student of ourselves to figure out this beast. You know what I'm saying? To figure out what the Wazungu is doing. You know what I'm saying? And the Wazungu has a plan, and we don't have a plan. That's another thing too. I'm not gonna get off the question, but that we need to start having a plan. They got a plan. We need a plan.
Excellent.
Yeah, man, I agree with everything you said, brother.
Yeah.
But media is like the biggest role. You know what I mean? To me.
Well, one of the things, if you notice, in the increase of insane, erroneous, horrific acts that have been taking place, primarily within the last 2 years, is a result of these inoculations, these jabs that have, a lot of people don't know that they have, one of the medicines that are in those jabs is a medication that they use to treat rabies as well as AIDS. So if you notice the way that people are acting, throwing little children off bridges and, blowing sisters' brains out and all this mutilation and all this type of outrageous, horrific carnage that has been laid out in the streets, primarily in our communities by us. And this is why they had targeted us from the beginning. Because why would you threaten to take somebody's job and their employment away from them to give them something that they don't need? Now, if you're 100% healthy, why would you get pissed off because somebody won't take something in them that they don't need, and then you take everything away from them? And so I credit a lot of the young people for bucking against, even though they didn't have no idea of the damage or no research in terms of these jabs, they still bucked against it, just because, but unfortunately, a lot of our people have been broken into to take that, as well as the food, as well as the entertainment, sports, how they see our so-called athletes and entertainers, how they see them buck down and be buck broken, publicly, and it, why is it always the most heavily melanated? The ones that are blacker than car tires are the ones that do the most cooning. I just don't understand. I don't get that piece, man. Because some of these guys like Shaka and all these other guys, they make Bojangles look like Khalid Muhammad, man. And it's sad to see how they set our heroes, our so-called heroes and sheroes up and put them before the world and watch them, buck dance and jigaboo, and these people go behind closed doors, and when they're at their golf courses and when they're, having their rituals, eating children or whatever they do, they laugh at this. They laugh at how they make these Stephen A. Smiths and Shannon Sharps and Shaqs and Eric Adams up in New York and and all these people, man, how they make them submit as slaves and display this Stockholm syndrome in front of the entire world. But Kyrie Irving, who is going to go down in history as he's going to go down in history. 25 years from now, our grandchildren and great grandchildren will look at him with the utmost respect. Just like Ali did. A lot of people didn't respect Ali. Even Joe Louis and so many other jigaboos during that era didn't respect Ali when he took that stance. But now, when you look at, as time went on, people understood it's, white supremacy started to sink into sink their teeth into our communities, because when you look at us as a whole, we're dealing with oppression, depression, suppression, acute drug addiction, the flooding of fentanyl, the flooding of codeine, the flooding of foreign military weapons in our communities, abortions, sex trafficking, child enslavement, miseducation, eating all these GMOs, the promotion of TV, Tyler Perry, the dress wearing men, and Billy Porter and RuPaul and Nas X, and all of this, this buffet of fucking savagery that they placed on the tables and crammed down the throats of our children, and a lot of our so-called adults. Some of the men have been broken. Some of the men have been broken. You done 3 million push-ups in jail. You done all of these goddamn curls. You done read 150 books, and then you come out, and the first place you run into the church and start crying and tell another man who haven't had none of those experiences, who's been poking everybody in the ass in the congregation, to tell you that you a piece of shit, that you a sinner. Every week you get that hour of hope for about between $20 and $40 a clip. This is why, and we buy into this, man. This is the tranquilization of our people, man. And we've been put to sleep. We've been rocked to sleep, and they know all we are addicted to now is dancing. And, put the BET Awards on, put Power, put BMF on, promote, and then put another 2 or 3 slave nigga movies in there. Promote this oppression. That's why I don't watch that. Everybody, I'm going to see emancipation for what? When you ain't even emancipated. You're going to watch somebody that one of our ancestors that been whipped, because it's no glory in the story. None. No glory whatsoever in the story. You can go from roots, all this bullshit, man. 12 years a slave, when it should be called never free. None of us are free, man. You just have some perks for being in compliance with the fucking system. This is all we got, man. This is all we got. Assad Shakur said, we don't know what freedom even smell like.
Right.
We don't know what freedom even smells like, man. When you go in the hood, all you can smell is death. That's in Atlanta, that's in LA, that's in Chicago, that's in Detroit, that's in DC. You can smell deplorability. You can smell hopelessness, man. Yep. You can see it in people's faces, man. And at the same time, we're being consumed with Chinese food, fucking Korean hair salon, selling hair and shit. The pawn shop, Planned Parenthood, the Arab gas station, and about 35 goddamn churches.
Right.
Make that 50.
Yeah, then you got Dollar General, where everybody get the teddy bears and the fucking balloons when somebody get killed. Then you got the liquor store. None of this shit is owned by us.
None of it.
Man.
You don't even see. Leaves so fast. It's funny. It say it leaves so fast. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so when you say something, and this is why I tell people, man, we are already dead. You have to come to terms with that. We're already dead.
Yeah.
So why would you sit and bite your tongue and hold your tongue and not fight and not be willing to sacrifice your life with honor? Because the way we glorify, because nowadays I don't know what it is in the food, but it has become a sexually overcharged energy that is ravaging the hood.
Yeah.
where
the hood got too much estrogen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the shit that takes place. I did a on tonight's video. I did I showed an article of the Washington Post where they had this article in the Washington Post called let me grab it right quick for y'all. It's a play called Downstate. It's a play about pedophiles.
A play?
Now this is the Washington Post. This is the columnist what's his name? Peter Marks. He's the writer. He did the article. He said that Downstate is a play about pedophiles. It's also brilliant. And it's about a whole bunch of convicted pedophiles living in a little like a rooming house. And the one who speaks about being violated, hurt people. The one who speaks about being hurt is the one that's most ridiculed. Now, if you look at these, the two devils, but these are the articles that have been in various newspapers. It say I'm a pedophile, but not a monster. Then it says we can't. This was in I don't know if it's CNN. It said we can't prove with pedophile with children does harm them. This is the labeling NCCL said this. New York Times says pedophilia a disorder, not a crime. And then the Salon magazine says meet pedophiles who mean well. And then Sarah Silverman, who wore blackface, and nobody say shit when she wore blackface on Saturday Night Live, said, hey, is it considered molestation if the child makes the first move? I'm going to need a quick answer.
Man, are you serious, man?
Yeah,
go online.
I've been hearing about the different things.
Man,
it's a lot of stuff have been coming out since Kanye talked about Balenciaga. And their particular pedophilia ads or whatever like that, dealing with children. It's rapid. They making it a common thing now because when they do things like that in the media, it's programming you. So they want to make it. They want to desensitize to you. So one of their own do something real heinous. You'll be like, oh, the kid made the first move, or something. You'll say something ignorant like that because you've been programmed, But Ken, man, it's everywhere, man. It's on Yahoo News, Google News.
Man, it's shit crazy, man.
Everywhere, man. I've been checking.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut your wisdom. Go ahead, bro.
No. I was saying about the pedophilia and stuff like that. It's everywhere. It's in Yahoo News, Google News. It's all over the internet. For real.
Because they have an organization called that NAMBLA, National Association for Man and Boy Love. Now,
yeah, we heard about them. Yeah, now
they have a petition. I think they got over 1 million signatures to release all pedophiles from federal and state facilities, correctional facilities. And I mentioned this also, that 10 years from now, don't be surprised if it's common for a 50-year-old man to be walking down the street with an 8-year-old boy and have his hand on his ass. And it's gonna be legal. They have a statue here, man, right downtown near the White House. I forgot this devil's name, but he has all these little boys around him, naked little boys, and this ain't no old 100-year-old statue. This stuff has been recently put up, and believe it or not, a lot of people that look like us are heavily engaged in this. Man. See, George Bush started that no child left behind, when really they meant to say no child behind will be left. and they've been pushing this agenda for a couple of decades. And I'm talking about really, really pushing it. And then they use Nas X.
Yeah.
They use the prison scene to give the impression that brothers and sisters, brothers that are incarcerated, behave like that in showers. See, this shit is propaganda. So the sisters can look sideways at a brother that's been actually programming in there, developing programs and, helping other young guys in there raise their vibration and things of that nature. That they look there sideways and always leaving room for them to be suspect. And it's bullshit. That's that's just propaganda, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, man, shit. Yeah, I can believe, because you see how they push this gay agenda, man. It's damn near like they try to make it normal now.
Well, bestiality.
It's normal.
Yeah. It ain't normal to me, but they have.
No, it's not normal to us, but I'm saying
yeah, because you know what they do? They pushed it down to our kids, man.
But they get more money too, because it's a big organ. See, a lot of money goes into that.
Right.
Now they get ready. Now they're pushing to give reparations to the Skittles crew. Reparations. Yeah. They want to give reparations to the white Union and Confederate soldiers of the Uncivil War, which they're not really talking about that either, because it was John Horse and the Pequot Wars, which they try to disguise as a Civil War. Have you ever seen any? You've seen Civil War pictures, right? With crackers laying all in the grass, dead. Right. Have you ever seen any brothers?
Nah, I haven't.
No.
That's just, man. It's our people have been derailed. This is why they pay these so-called Black History College professor Cornell Mess and all these other buck dancing ass clowns to push certain agendas. We all come off the ship. This land don't belong. See, it makes our children think that we in foreign soil when this is our land too.
Right.
This is part of the agenda. This is part of the agenda. So you won't feel. So you'll put your hand over your heart, the national anthem, with pride to say you've been accepted here.
Right. Right.
Yes, it's a mess, and for ones like us, we got to go in and and detangle this thing, man. And we got to stay relevant. We definitely got to stay before the people, because everyone's not falling for it. We still got some soldiers out here, and we definitely got to rally together, state to state, and make noise. But we got to make noise in the right way. We just can't make can't just make any noise. We gotta definitely put together a plan, a strategic plan, a plan that's not posted on social media, a plan that's not going to forewarn them, but a plan that's going to be initiated in a way where we definitely have over half our people backing us. That's the main thing that we really need to do. But there's a lot of things that are happening. A lot of stuff going on in the media, social media. And I do agree with you on a lot what you said, because when we have our leaders, so-called leaders that they put before us, that the people see, that our kids see, it's bad. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? But I will tell you this, what you said about Kyrie is correct, because I talked to some of the youth, who's keeping up with the current events. And they are actually proud of what Kyrie did. Some of them are information is on the internet. We walk around with smartphones and information is everywhere. A lot of the youth are getting very educated, and they are coming. And I do like this part. I don't like a lot of people with YouTube degrees, or these youth who just go watch a lot, about 10 videos, and they start a channel, start talking. I don't like that. I do like the youth that do take the initiative to actually read material, to read books. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's a PDF or JPEG on your phone or whatever, but you reading from some type of resource material that's definitely going to enlighten you. So some of the youth is really taking a strong stance on what's going on, and they are paying attention. They are paying attention. And I tell people the power's in the youth. That's why the media is after the youth. You know what I'm saying? That's why the media is after the youth. The power's in the youth. And I can go forward by Rodney King. The youth did that. Michael Brown. The youth did that. Trayvon Martin. The youth did that. You know, anything that happened for us with our people in the community, the energy of the youth was triggered, and that's what happened. That's why they always trying to captivate the youth and captivate their energy, try to isolate their energy. You know what I'm saying? But we got to keep it going. We definitely got to keep it going. You know, they out here perpetuate madness, you know, and anarchy is one of the 5 forms of government. So they feel as if they're keeping up, they're balancing the scales. That's what they feel like. We're balancing the scales. And I read a lot of books, and Europeans are scared. They know the truth. They know who was the first atom. They know about melanin. Every science in the world is the study of the melanated man, the melanated woman. That's why it's so hard for the black woman to get her placenta when she have a baby. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. As soon as you get soon as you have a baby, they're trying to get you signed documents, you know, stuff like that. You know, put them into this commercial system, this commercial enterprise. But we got to keep doing what we're doing, being smart. You know what I'm saying? And they seeing us. You know, they seeing righteous brothers who's standing for the people, and who also giving them the information and the jewels to keep moving forward. Because when you don't have the information and the jewels to keep forward, then you just scattered abroad, and you got all this misinformation out there, and that's when you get these little leaders who pop up in the community with a revelation, like they some type of prophet or preacher, and then we got to come in there and clean it up. You know, but yeah, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy, and our people need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? If they can't see the handwritten on the wall, playing these games, these political games, you know, like Ice Cube said, we have less than 1% of the world's wealth. How we have less than 1% of the world's wealth? Without Mother Africa, there is no Western world. Coca, diamond, platinum, gold, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, brother Sankofa. I definitely agree with you, man, for real.
Yes, sir. Let me plug my phone up. I don't want to run out of juice. Yeah, man. Our people, man, believe it or not, they know. Wait a minute, let me take care of this. Our people know they know what to do, man. They know what to do. It's just that our people are so shell-shocked of seeing all of our leaders. Every time somebody stands out on the forefront, not only do they eliminate us, they eliminate those particular leaders, but we allow them to be eliminated. And it takes more and more fear. It's, you know, every time somebody stands up, we don't stand beside them. Not stand behind them, stand beside them. And so we've had so much false leadership that our people kind of lost confidence, because we actually know what to do. You know, the Crips, the Bloods, the GDs, Folk Nation, all of these gangs, which is the military, right. You know, which is nothing but a military, just under the, you know, false orders. But these athletes, entertainers, we all know what to do. We have the best strategists, economic geniuses on the planet.
That's true.
We got 14-year-olds and 12-year-olds with 145 IQs, higher than so-called Einstein. Because see, that's another thing we were that was ingrained in our minds, that we weren't smarter than Einstein.
Right.
You know, he's supposed to have been the smartest one on the planet and all this shit. We, you know, that type of mindset that somehow people still are dealing with the effects of that to this day. that black consciousness and black leadership is a foreign language to them. This is how they're so much engulfed and white supremacy, which is just self-hatred with icing on it. And so when people ask me who are the leaders, I say that, I'm looking at two leaders.
Right.
I'm looking at two nations. And this is why I'm so adamant about this murder of these young, because if you take a 20-year-old man and a 20-year-old woman and you put them on an island, just them two, in a matter of 50 years, that island will be full.
Right.
From just that union. So when you take one person out, you take a nation out. And so anyone, this is why I say, leaders are born and not made. You have to be willing to give your life, but don't be a fool. I'm not gonna put myself on no train track to get ran over by some people that's gonna keep it moving and stay on the plantation. And stay on the plantation. And in other words, in order for us to even get in the house, there are those that look like us that are protecting the house.
Yep.
Your Herschel Walkers, your Raphael Warnocks, your Karen Basses, your Eric Adams, your Bow Wow Bowsers, and and other, your LeBron James, and others, your Tiger Woods, and people who have great influence among the masses of our babies. That they're taught, your Diddy's and all of them, your TD Snakes and Jamal Bryant's and all of them, they are taught and groomed daily as a mental and emotional diet. Then in order to get some toys.
Yep.
In order to get the toys, you're going to have to be a toy. You're going to have to be a toy, and I look at, and I can look at males, and see that they're damaged goods when they, when these young brothers don't know what they're getting into, and then they're violated like what's Usher and all these other innocent people, Chris Brown and all, and they were innocent. They were innocent, man, but as a result of somebody else's thirst for the bag, some of our people throw their own children in the bed with these vicious predators, man, to get a bag. Yeah. And they cover themselves up with tattoos. They have these videos with these guns and stuff, and it's 1,000 youngins in drill music. Drill music is just a reactionary emotion from what is taking place within the individual.
Right.
It's real simple, man. And so y'all are the leaders, man. Don't ever think that the work that y'all doing is not enough, because when you think it's not enough, it's actually a lot. It's far more than what the people the dudes you grew up with that used to drink beer and watch the Falcons and bet your money and engage yourself in so much predicted behavior, because this is the type of behavior they predict. So I like I said, man, I look forward to linking up with y'all brothers, man, and just doing some general building and stuff, man, so we can bridge these gaps.
Yeah.
And then we can start doing some things, and it's changing merchandise and information and stuff like that, man, so we can make some things happen, make some changes, man. Y'all can come up, and come and see some of things that take place in the hood, because I work in the hood, and it's all right with me. A lot of people don't want the job, but I challenge it because it's making a difference in people's lives, man. Give them hope, give them courage, give them information, education, and motivation and inspiration. And this is what y'all do, man. I watch y'all show a couple of times, man. I see how y'all get down, man. Y'all don't be bullshitting, man.
Right.
And the least, I'll just say this, and I'm gonna be quiet. When your show is not watched by a lot of people, and I learned this the hard way because I've been put off so much social media. The least that is watched, that's the more powerful it is. See, a lot of people can't handle this type of dialogue and this type of information because it penetrates the soul too much. And when you're conditioned to thinking and being a certain way, and that it's correct, that the information is correct, and this is what you're supposed to do, and supposed to be, and supposed to think, and supposed to walk and talk, that it's better to act like you don't see it.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Man, powerful words, man. Speaking truth to power. You know what I'm saying? I greatly appreciate it. And one thing, me and my partner we do it out of our heart. We do it for the people,
Right.
And by me, being in the community, anybody knows me. I try to put out real information. I give people resource material. I give them books, because the most greatest thing I learned, is when I read these books. But when I read them, I get it feeds you, and it gets into you, and you can definitely interpret the message with your experience, or even what you see, as far as any type of experience you see in your community and in your culture. That's why we always have to stand strong. We always have to make sure we have good character, good integrity. I didn't say we out here being weak. Now, don't get it twisted. Now,
Yes, sir.
See us in the community, they know it's serious business, and they know we come out here, we not scared of nobody. If something going on in front of us, we got to handle that. That's number one. Number two, if we ever put in a position where we have to make a decision, we're gonna make a decision. It's not no thing where we're gonna be like, oh, let's not do that. Let's not. Nah, we're gonna make a decision. One thing about us, we react, but we don't react in a way where we flying off the handle. We don't react in a way where we don't have temperance, which is self-control. We don't react in a way where we put ourselves in another bad position. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely got to keep speaking truth to power. That's the number one thing. The youth is listening. The youth hear it. Know, and I tell the youth, know that you're important. You're melanated. That means something. You have a pineal gland. That means something. Every science in the world is the study of you.
Right.
When you take it down, dealing with the atoms, neutrons, protons, solitons, everything is the study of you. Without us, there is no science.
Yep.
Nope.
You know
At
what I'm
all.
saying? Without us, there is no money. We're the biggest consumers. That's why I tell people, a lot of our history been written by the Wazungu, the Europeans. But I tell them, put your information out there. Put out there what you have. The brother on the screen right here, he just showed a book. Man, put your information out there. And that's why I try to tell the youth, and I try to encourage them, to move forward, stand strong. When you see something, wrong, say something. If you feel like you shouldn't say something, table your thoughts, but don't forget that memory is very important. The impression of the memory of anything that you see is wrong is very important, because one day you're going to react off that memory, and then boom, the light goes off. You in the revolution. You get what I'm saying? You in the revolution, and then you're going to be speaking truth to power.
Right.
Then you're going to be seeing the world as it open. And you said something that made me think about the Matrix movie. when Morpheus was walking with Neo, and he says it's people in this system that are fight just to keep the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them getting out the Matrix, you know, and that's how some of these brothers is out here. And I heard Barkley say this one time, Charles Barkley. He said, "You ain't gonna mess up my bag." Charles Barkley said that.
Hey, Steve Harvey said the same thing to Monique.
Yeah, you don't mess up my
yeah.
bag.
That means a lot. That says a lot.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Breakfast Club had Dr. Umar on there. He had something. He said it's a similar thing. They do it for the money. They don't do it for the people. They don't see the end result. And a lot of times I don't agree with Dr. Umar, but I kind of like the video that he had on the Breakfast Club. And I tell people, just go and check it out and dissect it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I like some of the things that he was saying. I like some of the things he was saying about Deion Sanders, how he could have made it a cultural effect, and how he could have made it really, he could have made it really in a better way. But like he said, some of us are in it for the money. But on the second half of that, and I can see where Deion is coming from. You know, Jackson State University is in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So his car was getting broken into, you know, and then they trying to pay him pennies and crumbs. And after they done got all these $1 million contract deals dealing with the media and stuff like that, they could have paid the man some money, you know. But it's our people, we do it to ourselves. If you knew you had the money, you should have paid the man. He wouldn't have went nowhere. But now you crying. You know what I'm saying? I get it kind of both ways, but you know, for the youth out there, man, we got to stay. For us, we got to stay consistent and persistent. We got to stay consistent. We have to be tenacious. You know what I'm saying? We have to be warriors out here. When we wear this red, black, green, we got to wear it with honor, and we got to wear it with respect. When I wear, don't let nobody disrespect me. I don't let nobody disrespect my colors. You love your colors, I love my colors. But I know one thing: my colors mean a lot more than what your colors mean. You get what I'm saying? People colors is based off of a slave. It's based off of white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? All these flags that are made is based off of us being put in a position where we are low. And when and if they know the truth that we are high, they try to take it from us and hide it from us and keep us in that lower state. We got to rise up out of that. We got to rise out that lower state. It's really getting ridiculous for real. You know what I'm saying? Like Brother Sankofa said, he said, man, they said they know what to do. They know what time it is. They see the light. This ain't no rerun. They know the movies. Come on, stop playing. And everybody want to sit back, you know, he ha ha. But that hurts, man. When Ice Cube said that, we have less than 1% of the world's wealth, and everything come from us. Without us, there is no Western world. I'm gonna say that again. Without us, there is no Western world. And it saddens my heart. Me and my brother Kenwater be out here in the streets, man. We be out here, man, you know, speaking truth to power, man, taking stances, doing different things, man, helping people. We don't even say all the stuff we do behind the scenes. We don't say all the stuff, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, exactly.
We not them type of guys. We won't be out. We don't flaunt our resume. We don't put out there what we do and all of that. Maybe people call me and him. We don't say all the stuff. People inbox us, man. None of that stuff. We just keep moving, have integrity, having character, keep speaking truth to power. You know what I'm saying? Where we come from. You know what I'm saying? And where we going. Real talk. You know, and it really gets me upset sometimes, man.
That's cool.
You know, and how we disrespect our women. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell the level of how long a race will last, how they treat the women. That's the first thing they snatched was the women. And then they thought about it. They said, you know what? Let's get the youth. Then they went for the youth. And I tell people this story. An elephant trainer whooped the mama elephant with a staff. The mama pregnant, have a baby elephant. The baby elephant has never seen a staff in his life. But when the trainer come in and raise the staff, the baby elephant flinches. Why? Because when you do things psychologically, it affects even the female on the inside in the womb. So when your child is born, they are affected as well.
Right. And when you mentioned Deion Sanders now, a lot of people don't know. And you know, me and Umar Johnson did a lecture together. I brought him to DC. The first time he came to DC, he and I done a lecture together. That was in 2011. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send y'all the flyer. But a lot of people don't know because I was pissed at Deion Sanders, even though I still am, because he could have chose another college to go to where it's only 1% of black population in that entire college. But they was stealing money. The Jackson State, the president, they was stealing tons of money. Deion Sanders, they expected him, they gave him $1 million, but they expected him to pay his staff out of his $1 million.
What?
Deion Sanders was actually cutting the grass with a lawnmower to the field with a lawnmower himself. See, this is the shit they not putting out there.
Right.
They're not putting this out there. Everybody just want to say he's a coon, and that's why Umar didn't know. He didn't know what he was talking about. That emotional stuff, man. Do research this and find out what's really going on, man. Right. They was stealing money, all them endorsements. The president of Jackson State was stealing millions, man.
Yeah.
Because they had, I think it was Walmart, Toyota. I don't know if it was Lowe's. It was a couple of big corporations that were sponsoring that. He took his own money and redone the locker room, bought new equipment, bought football equipment. Now you talking about $1 million budget, and then got to pay the coaching staff. He got to pay for all the Gatorade. He got to buy all the cleats. He got to pay for all the airfare. And then he was physically cutting the grass, not with no riding mower, with a lawnmower.
Shit.
And that's how they turn one against the other. When he went to Jackson, now when he went to Colorado, my thing is, he could have went somewhere else. He could have went to Michigan or, he could have went somewhere else, even though he had the ability to expand and put HBCUs on the map and bring some more high-level players, to those HBCUs, because they would begin to get on a national level where they were about to be televised like the regular NCAA, But it works both ways, man. You just have to put yourself in that position. Me personally, I'm already basically set. So I don't think the bag is Deion Sanders' issue. This man, he's probably one of the, if not the best cornerback that even played the game. So I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. So I don't think that he was actually hurting for a dollar. But I understand the position and what they put him through that they don't speak about. And he held on to a lot of little stuff. He did, because he could have went in on them, and had them investigated and then destroyed the whole football program. So it you just got to kind of look at it both ways. I'm still pissed that he went, to the goddamn Devils, to they already have millions and millions of dollars. Yeah, their football program is like, pros.
Yeah.
And the university. Yeah, but at the same time, maybe he may have an agenda that's going to work for the betterment for our people that we don't know about. We just have to wait and see. But it's this is the type of strategies and tactics that they use on us to pin us against one another. This is about ratings too, man. So, the ratings went up on the Breakfast Club with Umar, who is a brilliant brother. He's brilliant in a lot of ways, but when we get to a point where we start naming ourselves the greatest, the greatest motherfucker that's walking, and I'm the magnificent so and all this bullshit, man. That and you're trying to accomplish something that you can't do on your own. Right. You cannot, let's even the school. You need money to pay the staff. You got to have license to keep them kids overnight. You got to have security. You got to have a staff of teachers. You got to have a medical staff. You know what I'm saying? The utilities got to keep running. You got to have books. You got to have papers. You got to have laptops, computers. Yep. You're going to have scheduled meetings. You got to have guidance counselors. If you're taking these children out of their homes, they're going to need counseling to know how to adapt. It's a lot of things that go with that, and no one person can do it.
Nah.
Now, as a collaborative, if he could have got together with a lot of these entertainers and stuff that would have probably, if he had approached them properly, they probably would have, been able to finance that. Because LeBron James, that's not his school. Yeah. That's not no black school when 80% of the staff and the students are white. They use his brand. Jay-Z don't own the Brooklyn Nets. It's a brand that they use. They use his name. The Barclay family used his name to displace 700 black families out of that area to build that arena. Yep. This is the type of stuff that goes on, man, that's not being brought to the forefront, right? And it's not being discussed that the masses of our people don't know, So it's a lot, brother. It's a lot. That's why I say, Friday we'll be able to, talk a little bit more in depth, man. But you brothers, man, y'all represent. Y'all strong representatives, man, of who y'all are. Yourselves, your family, your community, your circle, and there's a lot more to come to you all. I had this chapter here. We had almost 200 people, man, but people had to work and stuff, and they had dwindled down to 2 people. But now we got branches in various places, man, because of the fact that oppression, man, like Steve Coakley say, man, when they talk about the white man, which white man? Stop just saying that shit. Which white organization, which group of people, which white person are you talking about? Because we have to know what we're talking about to get through to the people, man. We can't go on emotion. We can't go on just how we feel. We can't, like the brother Knowledge Born said, that that emotional stuff and just firing off at the mouth, that's not going to help. That's not going to help us move forward. We need to know what we know so we can know how to move forward. Period, man.
Period. Man, brother, man, enough said, man.
Good bill, man. Hey, so you gonna be down Friday, man. We gonna, man, like I said, you can meet us at the store early Saturday, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll give you the address, man. Looking forward to
Cause I got some brothers down there, and like I was telling you, I forgot where the barber shop is. It's not too. Like I said, I'm gonna be near the airport. But there's some brothers down there at the barbershop. I'll call them tomorrow. Yeah. And I have them we can meet, we can be at both places, man. Then we can go eat or something like that, man. And because I'm trying to spend a good bulk of time with y'all guys. Hopefully I can run into Dr. Baruti, but I'll get irritated. Just personally sign y'all names on these books, and I'll bring those books down Friday, man. I'm not even gonna mention the name of the book, but it's a powerful book, and you can use your phone. They got QR scans on the pages, and so It'll show you all these documents, and it's a lot, man. It's a lot, man. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing y'all brothers, man, with the creator and the ancestors willing. We'll be able to link up and do some stuff. Hopefully, I plan on doing a live and post it, with you all, let the people know on up here on the north end that the work that y'all putting in down there, man.
Okay, that'll be cool, buddy, man.
That'd
We gonna
be
get
cool.
you on Rebel Vision Television as well. This Thursday, next Thursday, man. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Go get you over there too, brother. Man.
Y'all know y'all. You can count on me anytime, man. Even if I'm working, I'll do it. I'll do it in the truck, man.
Yes, sir. Cool. Hey, man, it was good having you, man. Hey,
Good.
I'll give you your information before we leave.
Okay. Anybody can reach me. I'm like Dick Gregory. I don't hide my number, and it's 202-294-7831. You can also reach me at let me see. I got about 3-4 emails. Let me see which one is. I think it's Shaka Sankofa at gmail.com.
Okay, yeah.
And and you can go on Street Law Soldiers on TikTok. I have some videos and stuff up there. And we can talk about that too, because I got a little something that I can turn y'all on to, man. That's gonna make a difference for y'all as well.
All right.
There you have it. Another episode of Revolt Discussion Radio. Knowledge Born 7, Kenwato Akil, and definitely with our guest, Shaka Sankofa, man, dropping peace to power to the people, man. And he's also, dealing with the youth, which is very spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Tenacious brother from his speech, man, driven for our people and for the culture. Hey, that's another dope episode, man. You guys check us out next time. And don't forget to check out Do the Knowledge Radio. And don't forget to check out Rebel Vision Television. Peace and power, y'all. Peace.
Peace, brothers.
Peace.
I can tune off.